Good evening. Good evening again. Ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for coming to the Options for Women annual fundraising banquet. We are thrilled that you're here and hope that you're having a wonderful time around your tables. We are really blessed by your presence and touched that you would spend some time with us, given that today was the Phillies opening day. And I heard they won. Yay. So thank you so much for being here. I am Chuck Swanson. Some of you know me from having been the chairman of the Board of Options for a couple of years, and I am now blessed as of February the 1st to take over the reins as the CEO of Options for Women. I'm thrilled. Every day I get up and I get to do this again, every day, with a wonderful team, great staff, super volunteers, and lots of friends who love what we do each and every day, and we're very grateful to you. I'm glad to be a part of this ministry and just praising God for everything that He has to offer. At this time, I want to think about the year that Options has had. Many of you know that back in September, our beloved leader, Joanne Thomas, was stricken ill. And the Lord decided it was time for her to go home. And for many of you, for me, this was a very sad and difficult time. And I want to just take a few minutes now to think about Joanne, to think about the legacy, the work that she did in the ministry, and just spend a little time to be grateful for her. How many of you actually interacted with Joanne at some point in her ministry? I'm not surprised. God just used her in such a wonderful way and touched so many lives. So many things that we're doing today as a ministry are because of the vision that Joanne had for Options. It was largely her decision to encourage us to move from our old location in Audubon, where we were seeing a few clients a year, to the place where we are now in Cherry Hill, where we get almost 2,000 calls every year, 2,000 calls for help. And we have a wonderful staff that she built and trained and has established well. God is guiding us in some terrific ways in the ministry of Options for Women. And it's really because of the work of Joanne Thomas and the wonderful staff that we have that we are here today. We do want to remember her, and we're just so grateful. I'm going to embarrass this guy, but her husband, Bill, is with us tonight. Bill, would you just stand up and let us thank you so much? We're really blessed by the Thomas family, and we just want to thank you for that. To commemorate Joanne's presence with us and to remember her for as long as possible, God has blessed us in being able to commission a portrait of Joanne. It is this here on my right-hand side, and it will hang in the office, be available for people to come and see and to visit with us and to remember her. I'm going to ask Sean Veit if he would come up, and we're going to unveil this for you now so that you can see this portrait of Joanne. We had this done by Jim Repenning at Jim Repenning Fine Arts in Audubon, New Jersey, if many of you know him. He asked me to tell you that there are prints available of this portrait. If anyone is interested, just call Repenning Fine Arts in Audubon, and they'll be glad to supply that to you. So thank you for your memories. Thank you for all your interactions with Joanne. We're grateful to God for her presence over the better part of 2 decades at the Pregnancy Care Center initially, and then with Options for Women. And her legacy will live on in the hearts of all of us and in the thousands of babies that were born because of her work. So thank you so much for remembering her. At this time, yes, thank you. How many of you know that there's a movie coming out tonight that's pretty important? Yeah. At your table, along with the centerpiece, is a little piece about a movie called Unplanned. It is a movie by PureFlix, supported by some folks who love the Lord and wanted to tell the story of Abby Johnson. Abby actually stood right close to here a few years ago and shared with us her story. And it's exciting and wonderful. We're glad that God has worked in her to help overcome abortion in our country. So I would want to encourage you to attend the Unplanned movie as you have opportunity in the next days to come. I know that there are many opportunities. The staff and I will be going to see the movie on Tuesday afternoon together so that we can enjoy this and learn about Abby and just see what God has in store as you view this movie. So we hope that you'll attend that. There is the theme song for the movie is called Unplanned, and it's by a guy named Matthew West. I'm sure you've heard of him. We're gonna play that song for you now and just let you enjoy that as we put it up on the screen.